It was a stormy evening when Olivia and her stepson, Ethan, found themselves alone in their secluded countryside mansion. The heavy rain lashed against the glass windows, and the flickering lights hinted at an approaching power outage. Her husband, Ethan's father, was away on a business trip, leaving them in eerie solitude. Ethan had recently turned 22, a tall, well-built young man with sharp features. Olivia, at 42, was an ethereal beauty, her grace and elegance making her appear younger than her age. Their relationship had always been warm, but tonight, something different lingered in the air, an unspoken tension, an undeniable attraction. As Olivia prepared dinner, she felt Ethan's gaze burning into her back. She turned to see him leaning against the counter, his piercing blue eyes locked onto her. "You okay?" she asked, her voice softer than intended. Ethan hesitated before stepping closer. "I've been thinking about something, Olivia," he murmured, his voice deep and husky. "Something I shouldn't be thinking." A shiver ran down Olivia's spine, not just from his words but from the sudden power outage that plunged the house into darkness. "Let me get the candles," she whispered, but Ethan caught her wrist. "Stay," he said, his grip gentle yet firm. Their faces were inches apart, the storm outside adding to the electrifying tension inside. The dim candlelight cast shadows that danced across their skin, highlighting Olivia's parted lips and Ethan's smoldering stare. She knew she should pull away, but the loneliness, the storm, and the years of silent yearning took hold. His fingers traced her jawline before he leaned in, pressing a slow, tantalizing kiss against her lips. The room heated despite the cold wind howling outside. Just as things escalated, an eerie whisper echoed through the house. Olivia gasped, pulling away. "Did you hear that?" Ethan frowned. "What?" A guttural voice rasped from the hallway. "He's watching." Their blood ran cold. The storm's fury grew, rattling the windows violently. Olivia grabbed Ethan's hand, leading him towards the hallway. The flickering candlelight barely illuminated the corridor as shadows stretched unnaturally along the walls. Then, the whispers grew louder. "You shouldn't have done that." Suddenly, a cold gust slammed the door shut behind them. Olivia shrieked, and Ethan instinctively pulled her into his arms. The air thickened with an unnatural presence, the scent of decay filling the mansion. "Who's there?" Ethan demanded, his protective instincts taking over. A guttural laugh echoed through the room. "He knows, and he's coming." At that moment, the grandfather clock chimed ominously. The lights flickered back on, and standing at the doorway was Olivia's husband, his face devoid of color, his eyes dark as the abyss. Ethan's grip on Olivia tightened as her husband stepped forward, his gaze shifting between them. Then he smirked, a twisted, knowing smirk. "You thought I wouldn't find out?" The air grew suffocating, Olivia's heart pounding as a sudden realization dawned upon her. This wasn't her husband. This was something else, something not human. The room plunged into darkness once more, and a blood-curdling scream echoed through the mansion. But whose scream was it? The next morning, Olivia woke up, gasping for breath. Sunlight streamed through the broken window, illuminating the shattered glass and overturned furniture. Ethan lay unconscious beside her, his shirt torn and his face scratched. Memories of the night before flooded her mind. The whispers, the terrifying presence, the figure of her husband, or whatever that thing was. Ethan groaned, stirring awake. "Olivia, what the hell happened?" Before she could answer, a deep growl rumbled from the shadows. Their heads snapped toward the hallway where the air seemed to shimmer unnaturally. The floorboards creaked as unseen footsteps moved closer. "We have to get out of here," Olivia whispered, grabbing Ethan's hand. But as soon as they reached the front door, it slammed shut on its own. The walls trembled, a haunting laughter surrounding them. "You thought you could escape?" the voice hissed. Ethan clenched his fists. "Who are you?" Silence. Then, a whisper so close it sent shivers down Olivia's spine. "I am the sin you tried to hide. And now you belong to me."